This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
All right, so over the past week or so, The Sun very first published that Anthony Joshua is set to snub Sky Sports and go exclusive with DAZN. Now, yesterday afternoon, The Telegraph went into a little bit more detail where they are stating that Anthony Joshua will firstly be announcing the Alexander Usyk rematch this week, so date, venue, all that kind of stuff, but also the fact that he will in fact announce that he is now exclusive with DAZN. And his very first fight under this deal against Alexander Usyk will be DAZN pay-per-view in the UK. Now, it's a multi-fight deal over a multi-year period, and he's set to make hundreds and hundreds of millions during this period. Now, is there stipulations so he will earn more if he's champion and earn less if he's not champion? You would presume so, but listen, again, we don't really know. Now, is that a shot in the eye to Sky Sports? Because obviously Anthony Joshua's been with Sky Sports ever since he turned pro, and he's been on pay-per-view platform ever since he fought Dillian White. So he's had multiple pay-per-views, and yes, he's earned a lot of money. But at the same time, yes, it's Anthony Joshua who pretty much generated his own wealth. Because obviously, if people don't want to watch Anthony Joshua, they won't be clicking that red button. They do, hence the amount of pay-per-view numbers that he does. Sky Sports have been a huge engine behind the promotional product, if you like, of Anthony Joshua. Now, some people may look at it and go, well, it should be pretty obvious that he's going to go with DAZN because he wants to help out his mate, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn wants DAZN to start kicking off real big time here in the UK. And who better to have on your platform than Anthony Joshua? Now, Anthony Joshua, he's always had a deal with DAZN, but it's always been the international rights, where they've always had some kind of first refusal, something like that. But in the UK, it's always been Sky Sports. But now it's going to be exclusive worldwide with DAZN and exclusive in the United Kingdom on pay-per-view with DAZN 2. Now, one thing to look at is that Anthony Joshua and his team, 258 Management, they will always make decisions based what's best for each individual fighter. So this deal would have been what's best for Anthony Joshua, and that's the decision that he would have made. Because if you look at the fighters that Anthony Joshua and his company 258 manage, say for example Joshua Buatsi, Lawrence Okolie, they're exclusive with DAZN. Why? Because that fits for them. You've got Ben Whittaker and Fraser Clark and others who are not with Matchroom and are not with DAZN, but they are exclusive with Boxer and Sky Sports. So he will help make decisions for fighters, with fighters, what's best for them and not down a loyalty path. He's not going to be trying to be in the ear of Ben Whittaker, Fraser Clark and others and say, yeah, don't go with Boxer, Ben Shalom, Sky Sports, go with my mate Eddie Hearn at Matchroom and DAZN. He ain't going to do that. He'll do what's best for his fighters. And that's what he's doing for his career. Now, people may say, but he's already earned a whole ton of money. This is quite clearly a money motivation move. Well, listen, how much is enough? How much is enough? We don't know how much is enough. We don't know what kind of lifestyle he leads, unless they believe he lives a very simple lifestyle. But this is about generational wealth, which of course I'm sure he's already got, but what's wrong with a few more 100 million on top? And that's ultimately what it is. And of course he is. Yes, Eddie Hearn would have been in his ear. Of course he would have been. So Sky Sports were always going to be up against it when Eddie Hearn has an exclusive deal with DAZN. If Eddie Hearn was still with Sky Sports, he'd be pushing Anthony Joshua to sign an extension with his Sky Sports, wouldn't he? Of course, that's all going to come into play. And I know Eddie Hearn will say, no, he will. I would give Anthony Joshua all the options and whatever else. Listen, Eddie Hearn would have probably spoke with DAZN to try and bump up the kind of money that he could get. He would have seen what it is that Sky Sports offered him and got DAZN to bump up with a guaranteed price. Why? Firstly, to secure a DAZN deal. Obviously, that gets a lot of numbers driven here in the UK for DAZN. But also, Eddie Hearn will get a cut of what it is that Anthony Joshua makes. Won't he? Of course he will. Again, it's all business. But ultimately, I mean, is it a surprise? I mean, Anthony Joshua, he's been with Sky Sports for, 9 years or something like that? Is it a surprise? Not really. I mean, in some ways, yes, Sky Sports will feel a little slighted by that. Of course it will. But he's a pay-per-view fighter, and everything that Anthony Joshua does is dependent on how much pay-per-views he brings in. So yes, Sky Sports will be making money off of that. They will, but will that generate new subscribers for their Sky Sports? Not necessarily, because you don't even have to have Sky Sports to be able to click the red button for the pay-per-view option anyway. So, but with Sky, but with DAZN, you would imagine that you do have to sign up for your £8.99 monthly subscription. Then you're going to have the pay-per-view on top. Now, will they put that into consideration? Will they? Will they look at it and go, well, it's £9 a month for your subscription. Usually a pay-per-view for Anthony Joshua is £25. So let's do it as £16 pay-per-view. Would they do that? Be nice if they did, wouldn't it? It would be nice, but anyway, listen, we really have to wait and see what the price plan is going to be. All that kind of good stuff. Apparently we're going to find out this week, maybe today, who knows. My thoughts, drop me yours, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.